Okay, it's after 9 a.m. It's still Friday, December 5th, 2014, and I apparently live in Bizzarr-O world. Honestly, I know for sure that whatever generations follow us, hopefully, will figure it out and try and fix something, but they're definitely going to look back on us, and I'm talking like my children, my daughter's generation and their kids and all the young people alive today. They're going to look back on us with like utter disdain and hatred and shame. Okay? You this I live in Bizzarr-O world. Okay, I went on to Yahoo this morning, and the top story on there, just there's this lake in there's this lake in Australia where there's a great white shark in it, and it's a juvenile shark, and it is massively huge. I mean, great white sharks themselves are giant sea monsters. Okay, and and this one is a juvenile one. It is huge. Who the heck puts a shark in a lake? They're supposed to be in salt water, and it's a lake. Why would you do that? Why? Okay? Then it gets weirder, and this is the first that I have heard of this all week. Apparently, this next story came out on the 3rd, and it's the 5th now. And the headline is Ukraine Prime Minister, there has been an accident at a nuclear power plant in the southeast. And you wonder why people have been so upset about nuclear, like everything, like a few years ago, because we're fed up with this kind of crap, and like nobody trusts the system anymore. It's not just here, it's everywhere. There's this it mentions this guy's tweet here. It's talking about Ukraine's Zaporizhzhia nuke plant. I don't know, I can't pronounce Russian. Nuke plant unit 3 was shut down November 28 due back online December 5th, which is today. Interfax reports that it goes without offering details of accident. So there's some kind of shady stuff going on with that. I don't know. Um, this, this stuff is so freaking scary and ridiculous. Um, I, what am I supposed to say? And then here, it's recommending me like all these other articles and so on. Like, I seriously live in Bizzarr-O world. I also, like, with the cop stuff, I haven't even commented on the police brutality type thing. There was a video that came out last night of the man who was choked to death, like executed on the spot by some police. I think most people have already seen where they put him in a chokehold and he kept pleading for help and saying he couldn't breathe, and they suffocated him to death, right? Well, a new video came out. It's called Unseen. It's called Unseen Video or something of of that incident, and you can see the guy is clearly dead. He's clearly like even when they pick him up and move him around, his eyes, because he's dead, his eyes are like slightly open. One of them, like, because when he's hanging and he's dead, that you can just see all the whites of his eye, and it was so just I don't even know what to call it. I don't even know what to say. I sat through the whole thing, and you can see the cops standing around him, like, really perplexed, like, oh my god, like they're trying not to say anything, and their body language is just so questionable, and you can just see there's one person who started out and they're really angry, and they're like kind of ranting at first because they're so upset about the situation. By the time a paramedic gets there, it looks like they're all trying to pretend like the guy was still breathing and that the guy was okay and that he had a pulse. And they kept talking to his dead body. Like, I mean, unless he was just brain dead because you suffocated him so much that he was brain dead that he maybe had a slight pulse, but he just obviously was dead. He was so obviously dead, right? I looked at the video a few times and his chest never went up and down, and when they moved him around, I mean, he was just completely lifeless. And also it's a really heavy guy. And they kept talking to him, sir, sir, sir. And then by the time they brought the stretch, they were bringing out the stretcher. People, bystanders were like, why don't you give him any CPR? And they said, oh, well, he's breathing. Like, he wasn't breathing. He just wasn't. I mean, yeah, I can understand why there's protesters because I protest a lot of things myself. I I mostly do it online because because my spouse doesn't want me to go out and do anything. Um, I'm just I don't know what to say anymore. I don't know what to think anymore. It just constantly I can see why people don't like to read the news or watch the news because it's so scary and disturbing. I mean, I've had times where I just unplug. And like if it was summer, I'd go take a walk right now. Also, if it was summer, I wouldn't have a freaking stubborn infection in my chest. Um, I'm just yes, seriously. I live in Bizzarr-O world. I live in Bizzarr-O world.